All right, everybody. Welcome to the Apple Tasting Show. Today we're gonna compare the best apples and discuss why the Granny Smith apple, is that the green one, right?
Yeah.
The Granny Smith apple is the king and ruler of all apples. Personally, the red one is great, but I'd prefer the green one. What about you, Francis?
You're being serious.
What's your favorite apple?
The Macintosh, bro.
See, the thing is, I only know red and green, so we're just going to go assume that that's not green. Anyway, so now we're really here, we're talking about the Rhinos and Aliens After Dark, Colin NBA Awards and Free Agency, parentheses, 2018, close parentheses.
I really hate you.
Yeah. Also, I'm wearing sunglasses because I look like shit. Haha. I'm just playing. It's stylish. It's stylish. It's for style. Ready?
Yes. You do that show, bro.
All right. Welcome. Can we just add echo? No, it's okay. Anyways, so my name is Francis Madrala, and to my left...
It's Sebastian.
Invert. Reverse. Okay, I'm Sebastian. That's Francis. What's up, guys?
How's it going? How you doing, brother?
I am amazing. How are you?
I'm average.
It's great to be here. You're average.
Yeah.
Why? Doesn't matter. Okay, let's move on. That's personal stuff. We'll talk about that later or before. We already talked about it. It's okay.
Oh, okay. As Sebastian did know, we are going to, in typical After Dark fashion, just quickly go through some hot topic sports events. And the main focus is NBA awards, since we haven't been around for a couple weeks, and the free agency of 2018, which has been going off bananas. But anyways, let's first start off and give some props to the Oregon State baseball team for winning their third national title. It took 3 games, and in impressive fashion, they should have lost in 2 games, but somebody didn't catch a pop-out, and now they are champions. So,
congratulations to Oregon State baseball team.
Okay, now moving on to the World Cup. We were going
of soccer.
Yes.
I don't know. There's World Cups of everything, right?
No, there's not.
All right then. All right. So Germany, who was my second favorite team to win the World Cup.
Who was your first?
Colombia. I'm Colombian.
Oh, you meant favorite. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that 2 of the top 4 teams got eliminated in the round of 16 or earlier. Spain.
And because the bracket, the way it's set up, the top bracket, the one that has Brazil, Mexico, we're no
the right
longer
side,
Mexico.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one with all the tough teams.
That's the left side.
Yeah. So what's great about that bracket is that by the end, all those teams will eliminate each other.
Yes, and Colombia is playing on the
other side.
Yeah, the right side. Okay, that's what
honestly, Spain is out, and that's the one I was concerned about for Colombia.
Bro, and who? We're going
Croatia.
Yes, Croatia.
So today at 2, Colombia plays England, and if we can beat them, I got good hope for us.
Yeah, England's playing good though this year.
Yeah, they're playing very well.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If we can beat them, it should be a relatively easy path to advance.
But that's what we thought about for Spain, and look what happened.
Yeah.
So does this mean we overrated Spain or underrated Russia, or is this just a fluke thing?
I think we underrated Russia.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, but before let's just talk about that. Russia eliminated Spain in the round of 16, 1-1, 4-3 in penalty kicks. This is the first time they won a World Cup match in penalty kicks. And
can I just point out that watching the last half of that game, I would have rather watched literal paint dry. All they did was pass the ball back and forth, just past the half
Spain,
line.
Right?
Yes.
No, a lot of people were saying that. Is that true?
It
like
was
the second half.
So boring. All they did was if picture the field being this paper rectangle. If this is the half, they passed the half to score on the Russian side, and all they did was pass the ball in this pattern, back and forth. And if they had a little opening, they'd go in and kick and miss. And
you're saying like the
Russia,
outside players were kicking. It was like it kept going like
this, like a semicircle, just back and forth. And then when they would try to advance and nothing would happen, Russia would counter strike and go up to the other end and almost score every single time.
And that entire time was the game tied 1-1.
Yes, and what was pissing me off was the commentators talking about one team is clearly superior, one team is outmatching the other. Just for that reason, I wanted Russia to just score.
So you're probably happy then.
I am so happy. Mostly because, like I said, Colombia is on that side, of the bracket. So the more hard teams eliminate themselves, hey, you go ahead and do the dirty work for us.
Bro, you know I'm not the biggest fan of soccer. You watch a lot more than me.
I barely watch it.
I know anymore, but as a coach, if you're a superior team, quote unquote, you're the more offensive team, and the game is tied, why are you not being offensive?
Breaking news bulletin. Jimmy Butler is fed up with Karl Anthony Towns. Butler has no intention of signing an extension with Minnesota. Is tired of younger players and their nonchalant attitude.
Wow.
Breaking news. You heard it here first.
So that means next year
My
he's
sources
gone.
are claiming. My sources, close sources, are telling me that, yes, that's right. Yes, Jimmy Butler is fed up with Karl Anthony Towns.
Where do you think he's going next year?
Is he a free agent this year?
No, I believe next year. I believe he's part of the 2019 draft class.
The Heat, of course. Anyways,
He could go to the Lakers.
everyone's going to the Lakers, bro. Hate the Lakers. But we'll go on. But yeah, so Germany's out.
Yeah,
The defending champs.
yes. To point out, they are the third straight defending World Cup champions to get knocked out in the group stage. This is before the round
The
of
year
16.
after they win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Or the World Cup after they win it.
because the previous two before this was Spain, and the year before that I believe was Italy. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Win the World Cup. Next World Cup, you don't even make it past the group stage.
Yeah, but just to put this in perspective, the reason why this is so shocking is that this is the first time in 17 World Cups that they're not making it past the group stage. And more importantly, of those 16 World Cups, they've always made it past the round of 16, bro.
It's fucking crazy.
Just to put this in perspective, I was trying to think of some comparisons, bro. This is like this season, not counting the upcoming news we're going to talk about. Somehow the Warriors don't make the playoffs, bro. Mm-hmm. The Warriors have been to 4 straight finals, and then all of a sudden they don't make the playoffs. This has never happened. And I did some digging. In their history of their 19 World Cup appearances, bro, they've made the round of 16 17 times. 13 times, they've gone 4th place or higher. They finished 4th or higher, bro. Meaning they've gone to the semifinals or better.
Wow. They're a talented team. I don't know, honestly, and in all fairness, they didn't really play like they belonged in this World Cup. Every single game was, even the ones they won, you could tell they just barely got by.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that this is the first time Germany was cocky coming into another World Cup. Because this isn't the first time they won the World Cup. In 2014, that was the 4th time in their history.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
They were the second favorites to win it all, who, by the way, are Brazil currently.
Yes, but
Or at least at the beginning of the tournament. I don't know if those odds have been updated.
But bro, doesn't it feel like Brazil's always top 3 no matter what World Cup?
I just don't like their team. You know, growing up, they were my favorite team, but it's like, the way I think of that is like growing up, every kid right now is a Warriors fan.
And they're quickly going to go back to a Lakers fan.
But the point is, like, a couple of years ago, every little kid was a Heat fan. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's the bandwagon thing. But then you grow up and you realize, you know what? It's so boring cheering for the team that's going to win every time, or the ones that's the favorites.
It's not even that. If you're cheering for them just because everybody else is, then that's pointless. You know. Okay. Anyways, I just want to point out, as one German said, it's hard to put in words. Yes.
Yeah, thank.
Perfectly said, bro.
Right?
Okay, now we're moving into the NBA awards. We were supposed to do this last week, but for many reasons, we decided to hold off. And I just want to point out, yeah, Francis, you were right.
We were right about everything.
Yes.
Every single... You know what, guys? Fuck this show. From now on, if you guys want the lottery numbers or your palms right, just come to us. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Who did we said was going to win the Rookie of the Year award, bro?
Ben Simmons. Not correction. Who we said... There was a segment of who we thought should win and who was going to win.
Correct.
And yeah, everyone who we said was going to win, whether we liked it or not, did win.
Yes.
Who's the Rookie of the Year?
Ben Simmons. His stats provide that, but as me and Sebastian pointed out, he's not a rookie.
Nope.
And even if you don't want to use that argument, who had more pressure, who was in the harder conference, and who balled
And
out?
got further.
Yes.
Jason Tatum. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, but if
Whoa,
it included,
I was saying Mitchell, bro.
no, me too.
Okay.
I was joking. No, if it included postseason, then yeah, Jason Tatum should be the clear favorite. But anyways, yeah. So who's the most improved player?
Oh, I don't know, bro. This was a tough one. This might have been the most tough of all the awards.
Tuffy.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo.
Woo! Congratulations to Victor Oladipo.
Just quick question. Who would have thought the Pacers would have won that trade at the beginning of the season? Not us.
No, man.
Not us. We were very down on that trade.
When that trade happened, I was like, what the why would they do that?
That looked like a lopsided
To be fair,
trade.
I don't even think the Pacers knew that Victor Oladipo was going to turn into this.
They would be lying if they said they did.
Right?
To this degree.
We always knew. We always knew.
Yes. Defensive Player of the Year.
That's Rudy Gobert.
Yes.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah. Sebastian wasn't really but I said in who was going to win Rudy Gobert, he should have won. So at least that's the first. Well, these two awards are we agreed with these two players.
Yeah, I think sixth man of the year. I don't think anyone is surprised.
This was the least shocking.
Yeah, this is pretty easy.
When you're basically putting up starter numbers, 20
and then let's
plus
go
points.
Coach of the Year before we go to the last one.
Yeah.
We'll flip that around.
Yeah.
So Coach of the Year is none other than.
Wait. By the way, did we emphasize it was Lou Williams?
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yes.
It was Lou Williams who won.
Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year, and if you look up his stats, I believe he had career stats for points and assists, and maybe even steals, but most definitely points and assists. He was balling.
Sixth man like him, Lou Will.
And that's what, his second or third time now? Because he won one in Toronto?
Ballin' out of Saguenay like Lou Will. Six men like Lou Will. Two girls and they get along like I'm who.
Yeah,
Lou Will.
you're excited about Drake's album.
Yeah, it's dope.
Whatever you say, bro.
It's got bangers. The whole album's not dope, but it's got bangers.
I
Anyways,
agree.
The Coach of the Year is the Detroit Pistons. Dwayne Casey.
By the way, I respect this decision, but I still believe Boston's Brad Stevens should have won this year.
Yeah.
And now, bro, I don't think he's going to win it for a while because when he has the two of the three best players in the East.
Why? Steve Kerr won it. Mike D'Antoni won it.
But Steve Kerr won it when nobody was expecting the Warriors to win 67 games. Remember, he won it the first year coaching the Warriors.
That's okay. There's still.
You have anything to say?
I still think he'll win it next year.
Brad Stevens, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who should win it?
Yo.
The Brooklyn Nets head coach.
Yo, but what if Dwayne Casey wins again? What if the Detroit Pistons win like 50-plus games?
Then, yeah, I would be very surprised. There'll be a playoff team, I believe.
Whoa, with the way the East is looking, they better be a playoff team, bro.
Right? Yeah, well, I mean, that's true because now you got rid of Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Can we predict where the Cavaliers will end up?
No, let's predict how many wins. I say sub 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I wanna do with Kevin Love, without Kevin Love, because they might trade him. Without Kevin Love,
It's going to be like 20.
I agree. With Kevin Love,
24 to 26.
oh damn, I agree.
Okay, now the most shocking news.
Kia's most NBA or Kia's most valuable
Valuable
player
player.
of the NBA is LeBron James. Psych, it's James Harden.
As you guys are probably seeing right now, there's a great image, and just quickly look at the stats. You could pause the video right now. Look at those beautiful stats. In every single way, LeBron James, besides points per game, he outplayed James Harden. And
Did he have more assists?
Oh, way more.
Then fuck the points per game because you're contributing to more points per game that way.
And-
Anyways, yeah, and in every single way, the thing that pisses me off about LeBron not winning it is when anybody comes with that lopsided, with that stupid sideways argument about
Well, he could win every year.
Yeah,
Bro,
no, that one or the Rockets had more wins. Except this is an individual award. It's not a team award.
But bro, you know what pisses me off about that argument?
What pisses you off more about that argument?
Last year, with D'Antoni and everything being the same, besides Chris Paul, they were like a 52-win team, right?
Yep.
Okay, so they go from 48 to like 53 wins. It's a 4 or 5 game differential, right? They get Chris Paul, and that's when they get into the 60-plus wins.
And you know what's
So
crazy?
who gets credit for that? Not Chris Paul, James Harden. How does that make sense?
I think this year will prove why LeBron was definitely the MVP. Because LeBron was on that team and they were a finals lock every year. LeBron is now off that team and they might not win more than 21 games.
But that's the point, bro.
And they have everybody else. Mind you, they haven't lost anyone else but LeBron as of yet that I know of.
But this year, the Cavs did not have Kyrie, and they still won around the same amount of games as they did last year with Kyrie.
And they were close to stealing a game one on the road of the Warriors.
Yes.
Finals.
But remember, this is a regular season award, so let's not count any of the playoff stuff. I knew, and shocker, James Harden was not clutch when he needed to be, and LeBron James, for the most part, really was.
Yeah.
Yup. And now we're moving on to the NBA free agency.
So June 20th is officially Dwight Howard trade day.
As Sebastian famously said, and we put on Twitter, he is being passed around like the high
school slut.
And I'm actually somewhat pissed off, bro, because his past 2 years have been quite impressive if we're looking from a statistical perspective. Mm-hmm. And now I guess this goes into the Boogie Cousins situation. Are people getting rid of him because of his personality, his desire to win? But it can't be his desire to win because there's reports that he wanted to go to the Warriors. So
yeah, I think that the advantage with the Warriors signing Boogie over Dwight Howard is that Boogie can actually shoot outside of the 2 feet from the paint.
And
from the basket.
I think you're missing the key point, the price too. Because Dwight was going to be double figures.
Yeah.
And when you get Boogie Cousins for, as we're going to talk about, $5 million, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
By the way, I believe he is technically going to be a free agent now because I believe at some point, if it hasn't already happened, the Nets will cut him.
They will buy him out, yeah.
Yes. And he is going to be one of the best free agents left on the market at this point, which is somewhat shocking.
Yeah. And with his contract is a couple millions, like 19 million, 23 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's up in the millions, so once he gets that buyout, I don't think teams will have that motivation to give him double-digit millions if he's already making millions off that season. That's what happened to Wade. Wade is not worth $2 million, but when Chicago bought his $23 million contract out, since he was technically still making about $18 million that year, Cleveland, he agreed to join Cleveland for $2 million.
I love Dwayne Wade, bro, but Dwayne Wade at that point of his career is still not on the same level as Dwight, in my opinion.
Dwayne Wade was coming off averaging 18 points in Chicago. And then a $23 million a year, 18 points a season, 18 points per game, and then signed to Cleveland for $2 million, and I think gave them what they paid him.
He only signs for less than $10 million if somehow he could sign with a contender. Like if he somehow signs with the Celtics for whatever
I just realized
reason.
that correlation. Chicago paid him $18 million, $23 million. He gave him 18 points per game. Cleveland paid him $2 million. He gave him 9 points per game. Boom. Played. All right. Clippers trade Austin Rivers. Crazy.
To the Wizards.
For Marcin Gortat.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never thought that Doc would ever trade his son, but since he's not the GM anymore.
Can we just say any bandwagon Clipper fans just hop off?
Yeah.
Just hop off.
I'm off.
The team you used to love is literally
That's why I used to like that team. Because they had Chris Paul, JJ, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, and even Austin. Honestly, I used to be a Clippers fan, and
but every year he's improved with them.
And in the playoffs, he goes hard. Every
Year.
time there was an injury, I remember that one time he played with like a fucking baseball of a bruise on his face.
Oh yeah.
All right, the surprise but no surprise. Kevin Durant, the fucking snake, re-signed to the Warriors for 2 years, $61.5 million.
With a player option, of course.
Lame.
Yeah, that happened June 30th. The next two signings also happened over the next couple hours over June 30th.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah,
Jokic?
He resigns with the Denver Nuggets for 5 years and $148 million, which is huge for them because he is considered one of the most versatile big men in the game. He had 10 triple-doubles last year, so that is nothing to sneeze at.
The Lakers resigned Julius Randle's rights, make him a free agent. He signs a 2-year, $18 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
I just want to leave those big ones for last.
Okay. All right.
Rajon Rondo, surprisingly, picked up by the Lakers for 1
And
year,
he
$9
left
million.
the Pelicans. What the fuck are the Pelicans doing?
Yeah. And why would he? I don't understand the Lakers move here. I don't understand the logic by surrounding like LeBron James with these non-shooters.
We're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
How do you feel about Rondo wanting to go to the Lakers?
I don't blame Rondo for wanting to join the Lakers. I blame the Lakers for wanting Rondo to join them.
Okay, we'll talk about that later because I have two differing opinions about it. I can see both sides of it, you know?
Okay. DeMarcus Cousins, as we stated earlier, signed a 1 year, $5.3 million deal with the Golden State Warriors.
I just want to emphasize how just mind-blowing this is. 188 players will make more money than DeMarcus Cousins next year.
Yeah, I know Tyler Johnson, right? Nope. Are you a Heat fan? If you are, you know Tyler Johnson. If not, you don't know Tyler Johnson. It makes about $45 million more than him.
Yeah.
Over the length of his contract.
But what's his? Do you know like his average per year?
It jumps to 19 this year.
Yeah. Just
19 or 18.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe 4 or 5 rookies will make more than he will this year. And how do they keep doing this, bro? We're going to save that for later.
Anyway, so Paul George.
I just want to say this. Paul George is the embodiment of a player who loves to talk and never backs it up, bro. You know what this is? I think he was scared of being the dominant second best player in his hometown, LA.
You know what? I didn't even think about that, but that's a great point. Because, you know, if you go to join forces with LeBron, no matter how many you win, you will never get the credit. And you know what's funny? He talked to Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade might have mentioned something about that. About do you want to be the guy? Do you want the credit for these championships you want to win? Because he openly told Dwayne Wade that as much as he would love to be the hometown hero and return to and play for LA, you know, Lake Show, he did want to win championships. And I think going to the Lakers, you get both of those. However, you'll never get that respect of winning a championship because you will have won it with LeBron.
You think it's that? I think he was afraid that he couldn't bring it home with LeBron. Bro,
no, I think he wanted a chance to win, and I think he might. I guess.
What is he going to win with Russell Westbrook?
Oh,
bro?
he's not going to win with Westbrook, but I'm saying with the Lakers, I think he would have won. But we'll never know now.
No, bro, I'm just saying, you 2 off seasons ago, you were demanding to be traded to the Lakers. Yep. You're going to play for no one but the Lakers. You made that clear. And then you get traded to OKC, and now you don't want to play for the Lakers when you have the best option, bro. And tell me him and LeBron James at that point don't make them a top 3 seed. With all that talent, bro.
I give him top 4.
What third team is better than them? Okay, I give you the Warriors. I give you the Houston Rockets. Who else? Don't give me freaking Portland, because we saw what the Pelicans did to Portland.
All right.
Don't give me OKC, because then they just lost Paul George.
All right, you're right. You're right. I'll give him 3rd. But you're not making the playoffs. The finals.
Nobody is making the finals against the Warriors, bro.
Anyways, LeBron James left the city of Cleveland high and dry.
Come on, bro.
He joins the Lakers for 4 years, $154 million. Player option in the last year. Did not include a no-trade clause. I don't know if whether that he didn't want it, he couldn't get it. Probably he couldn't get it. Why wouldn't he want it? I thought that was the most shocking part. I think since everybody was expecting him to join the Lakers, this is what I find the most surprising. The fact that he's been signing 1-on-1 deals to keep control
ever since the Heat
and no trade clause, and now he's willing to give that up, no trade clause, and you give up control of your career by signing such a long term.
Yo, but you have to look at it from this point of view. If he stays the full 4 years, that would be that would end in his 19th season. Do you think he's going to play that much more after that?
You're right.
You know.
So
and doing this. I have a lot more respect for LeBron because two things. He signed with the Lakers after Paul George re-signed with OKC, which many people were saying that the Lakers needed Paul George to get LeBron.
I also admire that he signed with the lesser team after knowing that he wasn't going to get possibly Kawhi and definitely not Paul George, because he could have easily gone to the Rockets and then bandwagoned the championship like Cousins and KD. But instead, he's probably going to not maybe even make the second round and still said, fuck it. At least I won't be seen as a snake.
No.
Shade. Shade.
No, seriously, because...
This is shade. Can I throw this? I want to throw some shade. Just kidding.
I was going to say, in many ways, the Lakers are, to a certain degree, the Cavs of the West. Right now, in their current format.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I just respect that he gave the Lakers, you don't have to worry. You have 3 legit years, and in all reality, if you do your job, I'm going to be here for 4. And that helps with free agency. That helps getting players either whatever's going to happen for the rest of this summer or for next summer. And, yo, if Kawhi is unlike Paul George, no matter what happens this year, he's going to be a Laker next year.
The Lakers are back, baby. They're not. They're on their way of being back. They're on their way. The door is now opened.
Yo, I know you don't believe me. I feel like if everything comes together, they're a 3rd seed.
With this lineup?
Yes. Because, bro, who would have thought Portland would have been a number 3 seed? And you're telling me this team isn't more talented than Portland?
7th seed.
Oh, disrespect. I just want to say I've been preaching for over a year now. LeBron James is going to be a Laker. Book it. Top 4 seed.
7th.
3rd.
6th.
I hate you.
6th in the first round exit.
Oh, you think a 3rd seed
with this lineup?
For real, bro?
So who's spacing the floor?
Okay, we're getting to the end show now. Just fuck it. So look at this beautiful lineup. It has Lonzo Ball. It has LeBron James. It has Ingram. It had
possibility.
You don't think he's gonna be there at the beginning of the season?
I don't know. We'll see. No. I'm saying possibility of being a key factor. So I said Lonzo, bust. LeBron, GOAT.
Lonzo is not a bust, bro.
Right now, he is.
Bro, he averaged 10.7 assists and 7 rebounds. How's that bust?
Bust.
And I can fucking hear the apple.
All right. The words are a fucking cheat code. Look at this starting lineup right here.
No, we're going back to the fucking Lakers, bro.
Look at this lineup of the Warriors.
Bro, okay, seriously, you can only predict a fucking 6 seed max?
Yeah.
Even with Rajon Rondo, Lance Stevenson?
Definitely. In spite of them, I'm giving them a 6 seed.
Okay, because we were going to talk about this. Why do you think the Rajon Rondo makes no sense for the Lakers?
Because he's not a shooter.
Why does that matter? He wasn't a shooter for the Pelicans.
It's a league of shooters.
Look what he did. Bro, every time he goes to the playoffs, he makes moves. When he was with the Chicago Bulls, they were 2-0 in the playoffs. 0-4 without him. He goes to the Pelicans, they sweep the Trailblazers, bro. He locks down Lillard. What else do you want?
Shooters.
That's why you got Kyle Kuzma, who was also in that lineup. You fucking hater.
Okay, you got one shooter.
LeBron James has become an improved shooter. Rajon Rondo.
No, I'm talking about shooters to complement LeBron. LeBron is a shooter, but LeBron can drive to the paint, and for that you need spacing.
What if Lonzo Ball somehow becomes a shooter like he was in college?
Then he'll have the help he needs, or better. Then I'll give him the 5th seed. All right, the Warriors are a fucking cheat code. They're the 6th team ever to have 5 All-Stars.
The first in 42 years.
And in their starting lineup? As in all 5 are in the starting lineup?
It was just 5 All-Stars, period.
Okay, the Warriors, if DeMarcus Cousins starts, will have a 5 All-Star starting 5. That means from point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center, every single fucking player in that starting lineup is an All-Star in either a multiple-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year,
and that's
or
not
multiple-time champion.
And that's not including their bench, which has Sean Livingston and Iggy.
Fuck the Warriors. The Western Conference now has all 7 active MVPs.
Bro, you're just moving on too quick, you fucker.
Fuck the West. At this point, why are we even watching the NBA this year? You know what? Why are we even watching the East? You know what they should do? What the NBA should do this year? Move the Western games up 2 hours so that the people in the East actually have something to watch. Seriously, I work early in the morning, and I'm not staying until 10:30 to watch the West. It's the only conference to watch this year.
The reason... Okay, well, let's first continue with the Warriors. This will be the first time ever in NBA history where one team will have 3 players who average 25-plus points from the previous season. That is Curry, Durant, and Cousins. And now we could go to the Western Conference is loaded. Bam, the picture. All 7 active MVPs in the league are now in the Western Conference.
Why?
Bro, okay, so this is a legitimate point. Why shouldn't we go to a 16 seed playoff?
No, I agree. They should. What I was telling you earlier is they're not doing it this year because they would have to extend the season for more games because it has to be every team has to play the same amount of times against every team. You have to have equal opportunity. That's the thing.
No, but what I got from it is that they would still keep the conferences and just whoever has the 16 best records.
But that's the thing. The way it is, the Western Conference and your own division plays more against certain opponents.
No,
so
I
if
know
you're going to
this.
have a 16 top, every team in the NBA needs to play every single team the same amount of times across the board.
You think they're going to go that far with it if they go to the 16-team format?
It's the only way to be fair. Because then if not, you could have teams from the East playing lesser teams more times and still make the top 16.
But my point is, though, that still hasn't changed that the West has had better teams in terms of win-to-loss ratio. Even with all these Western teams playing each other more often, which you're saying is harder for those Western teams, they're still getting better records.
They're also the travel time is also, imagine the playoffs in the first round having to travel across the country from Miami to Portland.
But bro, at this point, like,
unless you have like the NCAA where you meet in a neutral place, but then that screws over.
Oh no, that you can't do that.
Home court advantage.
Yeah, you can't do that. No, but seriously, at this point, going off the top of my head, I believe the 10 best teams are in the West.
And this is why it's a problem. So if you got to balance out.
But it's been like this for years. But now all the players are in the West, so now there's no excuse.
Okay, so that's why you need to balance out the schedule. Anyways, the Celtics and Lakers rivalry are back. Do you think so? I don't. Only because the Celtics are probably a finals lock. The Lakers are not. Yet.
That the rivalry's still back on.
Yet. No, the rivalry has to be in the finals.
No, it doesn't.
Nobody cared about the regular season matchups.
Bro, so you're telling me Christmas Day, Rockets versus Warriors.
Oh,
Lakers versus
Christmas Day, yeah. But I mean, for an actual competition where it actually matters, finals. And if both teams are not finals teams, then I don't think the rivalry is back on yet.
But I just completely disagree with that. The rivalry was still on when the Lakers were good and Boston was shitty in the early 2000s.
That's lame. Did they make the finals?
No.
Lame.
The Celtics barely make the finals in terms compared to the Lakers, bro.
Okay, the Warriors and the Cavs were a rivalry because every year they met in the finals.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for another episode of Which One is Your Favorite Apple? Just to summarize, mine is the green one, and he likes the Macintosh.
I fucking hate you.
You're saying the Macintosh, the green one, is not good. You know, when you bite it, that bitterness really wakes you up in the morning.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, then you're saying that the green one is better. Guys, what do you think?
Let us know.
Please let us know. Please join my side.
If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.